Hello there, and welcome to your favorite all-women talk show, Sister Sister, live on your favorite station, 97.3 City FM and City TV. We're also live across Sub-Saharan Africa on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for joining us again. So we'll be jumping into some really exciting messages that we received on the show this week. I'll also introduce the sisters to you shortly. I've got a good surprise for not just some of the sisters on the show, but for our audience as well. So definitely look out for it. All this is going to happen right after this. Remember, the show is brought to you by Talia Rice, Always Coming Home to Love, Vodafone, Together We Can, Onga, Mama's Helping Hand, Lux for soft, fragranced skin, and Kel Kids Toothpaste. Happy smile. Alrighty, so we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, there's more. All right, so you're welcome back. So last week, we had some really exciting giveaways on the show, and I also want to say congratulations to last week's winner. Well done. I'm going to be giving away a nice hamper from Geisha and Lux this week. So, just stay tuned for that. I'll let you know exactly how you can win. For now, though, I've been enjoying using their products throughout, and I think it's only fair that I make my sisters also enjoy it. So let's say hello first to Gail and Ceci and Claudia, joining us virtually from Europe, Berlin to be precise. Ladies, you are welcome to Sister Sister. Yes, how have you been, Gail?
I've been good.
Nice.
Sort of, no, blue and red. So, yeah she didn't get
something going on there.
Yes.
Yeah, she chose to be colorful.
Very colorful.
You like colors too?
Yes,
Right.
I have everything some.
Hey.
Yes.
Have you been?
I've been okay.
Okay.
I've been okay.
Good. Claudia, are you out there?
Yep, hanging in there.
Yeah, what's new?
Summer, perhaps?
Summer.
Yeah,
We
just
like
the weather.
summer.
Everything else is the same. Yeah.
Well, we like summer. At least you can go out and do all the fun things you want to do. Plus,
Yep.
you've been vaccinated now, so
Yes.
Super stuff.
So I'm mingling cautiously as you advised.
yes, absolutely. That's great. Well, thanks for joining us once again. So, unfortunately, Claudia, you see, you should come to Ghana if you want to enjoy some of these goodies.
I know, right?
I'm giving away some really exciting stuff to us. I'm hiding them under my chair. Like, who does that? So, Gail, this is a nice hamper for you from Lux, our
Thank
sponsor,
you.
and Ceci. There you go as well.
you.
Back all, okay? Don't give anybody, especially Claudia, until she comes to Ghana.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Aw,
welcome.
Thank you so much,
And-
Lux. This is
To you,
beautiful.
our viewers, for watching us every single week, you also stand a chance of winning yourself an exciting hamper as well. Now, all you need to do is to give me the correct answers to these 3 questions I'm about to ask. And let me mention that you should go to our Instagram page and write your answers below our post. That's how I'll get your answers back. So don't text it into the show. Go to our IG page and write the answer below. Question: what are the key ingredients of Geisha Black Soap? Second question: what are the key ingredients of Geisha Moringa Soap? And finally, have you noticed any Geisha billboard, roundabout, or bus stop branding? Name 2 locations. All right, so if you didn't, get the questions as well, no worries. If you go to IG, all the questions are listed once again, and you'll be able to answer them and hopefully win. Fingers crossed for you. Right, so now that we have gotten that out of the way, we will jump right into the show. Don't forget, there are various ways that you can interact with us. You can send a quick WhatsApp to 054-998-6996. You can send an email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. And finally, you can also like us on Facebook. Search for Sister Sister Live. That's Sister Sister Live. Like our page. And join our growing community. For now, ladies, we'll jump right in. So this one says, hello sisters, God bless you all for what you're doing. I really need your help on this issue of mine. I've been dating this girl for over 1.5 years now. I really love her, but she doesn't believe it. Truth is, she is really ugly, but I don't care about her looks. She's a good woman, and I believe that love goes beyond looks. I've been doing everything I can just to prove my love for her, but she thinks that I'm deceiving her. I have told her time without number that she shouldn't worry about what others think. Whenever I tell her that I love her and I can't wait to marry her, she replies, all are lies. Right now, I don't know if there's anything more that I can do to prove my love for her. Please help. Gail, want to jump in this one?
Wow.
What do you think?
It's like the whole relationship is just centered on the looks. And I'm thinking that the lady is insecure about her looks already. It's got nothing to do with the guy. She's just insecure. So no matter what he does or says, it won't have any impact on her. And I don't like the fact that he says, what else can he do to prove? I know, like, when you're with somebody, the word love is a noun and a verb. So of course, when you feel it, you have to show it. But I don't think you should go above and beyond just to prove to somebody that you care about them, especially when you're still, it's like you're pouring water into the ocean. You keep pouring, it won't make any difference. And I don't know what else you can do. Like you said in the last bit, there's really nothing else you can do. This lady has to work on her insecurities. And I'm thinking that she shouldn't even have gotten involved with anybody in the first place, because if you don't believe anything anybody tells you, and you keep putting the guy in a very, serious psychological space, because it's like, I'm doing everything, she's not getting it, and she keeps, even when I tell her I love her beyond her looks and everything, she still doesn't get it. So why are you with her? Because relationships, I always say, is about compatibility and all of that. What is she bringing to the table aside her looks that she doesn't even like? What else is she bringing to you? What else? What are you getting out of it? Because it's always like a give and take. It's always a two-way street, like I always say. So if you think she's not appreciating you, and you have to, kill yourself, so to speak, just to make someone think you're with them. I don't think you should be in there. She needs therapy, I think, because there could be something she must have gone through growing up. Maybe they always tell her, you're ugly. Sometimes some parents do that without realizing they're abusing their own kids. Oh, you're ugly. Or you're a blockhead. You're not clever enough. You're too short. You never amount to anything. So all those things must have, she's worn that cloak. Yes. And now everybody she meets, she thinks, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So if you don't work on that first, you have no business, putting someone else through that, stress you're carrying on your head. If I were her, the guy has to break up with her, let her work on herself and get to a point where she feels, I'm confident enough, looks or not, because I'm more than my looks, and then if you feel you are ready to bring someone else in, they're all well and good, but by all means, this relationship has to end. Yeah.
Okay. Claudia, let's hear you.
I'm with Gail on the ending bit. So I don't know if there's unrequited love such that his love is unreturned, or she only expresses skepticism when he utters the word I love you or tries to.
It sounds like the latter.
So it's different. If she's being this supportive partner, she's there for you, she loves you through and through, but then whenever you try to tell her you love her, she doesn't believe you. So is she still playing her role or she's not? So if there's unrequited love, then you should leave. But then the other side is, if she's doing all these things to keep you happy, but then still doesn't believe that you love her equally, then like my high school motto goes, action not words. You can only do. Because like Gail said, love is a verb. So you can only keep showing her that you feel for her. And I was a bit uncomfortable that he had to mention that she's ugly.
Thank you.
Does he feel he's doing her a favor by dating her although she's ugly? Why do you even have to mention it? Is he sure that inadvertently he might have done something to show her that, oh, you are ugly, but I love you? Is it even worth mentioning and saying these things to someone that you believe to be a partner? Because people take things differently. If you tell me in the beginning of a relationship that I'm ugly, but you still love me, I will leave. Why do you have to tell me that? It's a confidence issue. I feel like, okay, you're doing me a favor. I mean, love is conditional in itself, but then you've been very careful to mention something that I'm not confident about. So I don't want to assume, but if it's happened, then he has to keep reassuring her. But for me, love is a verb. He has to continue showing her love if it's returned. If it's not returned, then he has to leave.
Ceci.
Oh, the apple is gone.
You said everything, eh?
I totally agree with both Gail and Claudia. You see, first thing, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
You can only do so much. It is not your job to of course you can do something about it, but it is not your sole responsibility to work on how people see themselves. Because you see, you need to know yourself before you let others in. Because if you don't know yourself, you're the one who is going to show them, I don't like this, I don't like that. There are things that they'll find out about you in due time. But it is not his job to now be telling you that, oh, you are beautiful and all that. Because sometimes too, when you are growing up, all these things have an effect. Maybe they'll tell you that you're not good looking and that kind of thing. And I also have a problem with the fact that he actually believes that she is ugly.
Yeah.
And he said it, like you actually said it.
Yeah, it's like he's doing her a favor.
Yeah, so when the person is in a relationship with you, she thinks that, Charlie, if you do something nice for her, it's as if you are doing her a favor because, yes, she's ugly and maybe probably nobody would love her the way you do, so, obefanisa, you see, or she would take it the way you have given it to her, or she'll take whatever it is that you have given her.
She'll settle.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she probably has more to offer than just her looks. And it is not about looks. It's not all about looks. Yes, it's nice to have somebody who is pleasing to the eyes, who is eye candy, it's nice. But it goes beyond that. And besides, no matter how bad her looks are, there's someone who is worse off than she is. And even more confident. So it's all about how you see yourself. It's all about how you view yourself, how you respect yourself, how you value yourself. Then it is going to spill over onto others, and it will inform others how to treat you. Yeah. Because sometimes you don't know, you are indirectly treating yourself in a way that people also treat you. Because people don't respect people. Probably you don't respect yourself.
Exactly.
Probably you don't do things that merit the respect you are looking for. People don't do things that merit respect, and they want respect. So I agree with Claudia when she says that. Is it that the love you are giving her, she's not returning it? If she's returning it and everybody level is the same level, the love that you are giving me is the same love I'm giving you, the support you are giving me is the same support that I'm giving you, I don't see what the problem is. But it looks like she needs more work on herself. She needs a shrink. Honestly, she needs to talk to somebody, because it looks like she's been indoctrinated since that you are not good looking. So it has grown on her and she has worn it. So anytime she meets somebody, she has that defensive front. She has that wall around her, Charlie. If the person gets near, the person will tell me that I'm not good looking, or maybe the person is just pitying me or something of the sort. So she needs to talk to somebody who will disabuse her mind of all those things. It's going to take a lot of work, because now she's a big girl.
Yep.
And she has lived through it for a very long time. So if the love is not returned simply because she thinks that maybe if she goes in too deep she might get brokenhearted or heartbroken, that's the heartbroken, so he should just stay away, because it looks like she needs more work than just I love you, because it looks like it's not working. So
okay, if I may weigh in, I personally don't think that he should withdraw. But before I address that, would you guys believe it if I told you that I grew up thinking I was very ugly?
I also have very low self-esteem.
I will tell you why.
So
I had my older brother and my cousins used to tease me a lot. They used to laugh on my forehead. Like, they used to tease me a lot, to the extent that I did not find myself attractive. Even when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't see what people were seeing. When I got to secondary school, people started making comments like, oh, maybe I like your eyes. Oh, your nose is so cute. Oh, look at your lips. So over time, I met people who reversed everything that I had come to believe. You know, so these things are more powerful than we realize.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you keep hearing from your childhood, oh, you're ugly, your sibling, oh, your sibling is nicer
Yes,
than you, and people are always more intelligent, this, that, and people are always gravitating towards everyone but you. It does a number on you, and it's very, very hard to get through it. So if you don't meet someone who has your time, so to speak, you know, who can pay attention to you and actually make you begin to feel beautiful with your own help, because if you don't start to help yourself and reverse all those negative words, no one can help you out of it. I can bet you that, yeah, maybe she's not as physically attractive, but a lot of it is in her head. Because like you said, we know people who aren't like supermodels, but if you see the kind of confidence with which
so
they
much
approach,
yes.
like, you're like, who? Why do they think?
Exactly.
You know, why do they behave the way they do? So it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
I think, yes, it's a tough place you find yourself in, but you should help her out of it.
Yeah.
Let her see what you see.
But he says he
You know?
keeps telling
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
She'd
So
be
you
like,
should
Maybe it's the approach.
like,
Maybe it's the
You
approach.
should
She
keep at
try a
it.
different
Find other
approach.
ways. Yes, find other people to like sort of help her with her self-esteem
Her
and make her feel like,
insecurity.
yeah, you know, this is we actually have to do this. And you see, beauty is also very subjective. Someone will see you and think, oh, maybe you're unattractive. They'll see
Oh, I've
me,
been told
you're
I'm
unattractive.
ugly before.
We've all been told at some point in our lives.
I saw old
Yeah.
pictures of myself. My
Yeah,
friend,
me too.
that girl
At
is just
some
mad.
point in our lives, we've all felt that
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also because the media plays. I'm sorry, but we're on the media,
yes.
on a channel right
So
now.
you have to be a certain
they
way
have-
to be
they-
called
they
beautiful.
have standards.
From the beginning, you're told if you're not slim or fair or tall and
Fair,
have long
yes,
legs,
yes.
you are, you know. So
Yeah.
we've lived our lives hearing this message unconsciously, and we've made it a part of our lives.
exactly.
And subconsciously, we're fighting over and falling over ourselves, trying to attain this perfect image of what's beautiful.
You see, and we all have insecurities. But
Yes.
it's about
do,
how
yeah.
You know?
we deal with them.
Exactly.
All of us.
I mean, I'm just trying to say, if this guy really loves her, yes, he'll take extra work. I don't think he should walk away. I think he should keep doing what he's doing. Also, finally, I did not like the use of the word ugly.
Ugly. It's very
Yeah,
derogatory.
it's a bit
Very
tricky.
Extremely,
derogatory.
extremely.
because he has
I
accepted the
think
fact that she is.
Even in trying to,
Maybe since she's not too
maybe
pleasing
he's
to
trying to
look
tell
at
us
or
what
something.
actually is without
Maybe.
mincing words. I
Yeah.
get that, but he could have even used a more polite word. Maybe he could say,
yeah.
"Oh, she's not as attractive," but
Yes.
ugly for me. Ugly.
No.
That word is.
Derogatory.
that
word is
is
a
the
bit-
worst.
But anyway, I mean, it doesn't change your reality. So, my guy, there's a bit of work ahead for you. I think you should jump in and get it done. If you really love her like you say you do, okay? All right, it's Sister Sister on City TV and City FM. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, more view messages.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
And you're welcome back to Sister Sister on City TV and City FM. Your comments are welcome. 054-998-6996. Are there any conversations you can relate to on the show? Let your voice be heard. Or maybe you have questions for us. You can send them in as well. Our next message says, good evening, sisters. My dad passed away in 2010. My mom remarried after 3 years, and we have been living together as a family. My stepdad always treated us like we were his blood. I'm 23 years and in level 200, whilst my younger sister is 16 and in JHS 3. Now, to my issue. A month ago, I chanced on WhatsApp conversations between my stepdad and sister. To my surprise, they've been sexually involved since January this year. I couldn't believe it, so I decided to be more observant. We live in a 3-bedroom house. My uncle sleeps in one room, my parents in another, and my sister and I share the last one. Would you believe that 2 weeks ago, my stepdad snuck into our room to have sex with my sister? I pretended to be asleep, and I couldn't believe this was actually happening. I couldn't tell anyone because I was so disgusted by what I saw. This happened every other night. 2 nights ago, he came again, and this time I turned and lay on my back. He immediately hid behind the sofa. I lay still for a while, and then he left our room. I don't know how to break this news to my mom. I don't want it to come from me. Is there no way I can alert her without it coming directly from my mouth? Please help me, sisters. Wow. Claudia, you want to take this one first?
Ooh.
Yes. This is creepy.
Yeah.
And it's just making my skin crawl, like, ew. But my first instinct is that he should get evidence.
Yes.
Because for this, he needs more than I saw you do it. So even if it means taking a picture or something, he needs concrete proof. Because often case, and excuse me if I generalize, when people are in love, sometimes they tend to believe the person they love. And there are times in our number where even girls who were being abused opened up to their moms that their stepfathers were abusing them, and the parents were the woman in question didn't believe it. They chose to stay with the man, or for want of a better word, they said you didn't have evidence. So this is a case where your sister is, she's not a child. So whatever she's doing, she knows what she's doing. I don't know the sort of influence your stepdad has over her. Maybe it's a case of power and control. She's probably doing it because he has coerced her to do it, or is a consensual relationship that is going on. Either way, you've made it very clear that you don't want to be the one to say it. Apart from your stepfather, who else does your mom listen to? That's the first person I would consider to open up to with the evidence, because your mom needs to know this is not your secret to keep. This is not a burden for you to keep. It is unnecessary, and it's undue in this case. And I foresee some psychological problems coming with it, because having to see your stepdad and your sister live in action in the same room with you, thinking you are asleep. And for me, it's just the balls that he has to be having sex whilst the wife is in the house and you are in the room. You're not even safe with this man in the house. So for me, the approach is get evidence, find someone that your mom respects. I don't know if she's religious or even if it's the same family or her best friend or an auntie to the family, and present this evidence and issue to her, someone you believe she will listen to. So you should be very careful about how you select someone who can keep this confidential information within the family, because this is not something that you want all over the neighborhood or all over the church, that this is what your stepdad is doing. So first of all, find evidence, someone she respects, open up to her, and you also seek psychological help, because this is big. Live action, right when you are in the room, between two people who are supposed to be family, blood related. I mean, it's through marriage, but once you live with your stepfather, you start seeing him as the father figure. So don't jump into any conclusions. For all you know, your sister is even being coerced into this relationship as you see it. So I wouldn't jump the gun, but the information is not yours to keep. Your mom needs to know.
Ceci, you agree?
Totally. Totally. I'm afraid it's going to have to come to you. I mean, come from you, because she's your sister and you need to protect her. So yes, I think because these things are very sensitive, you should get evidence. I know that in our traditional setting, it's going to look like you are disgracing somebody, but it's better the disgrace is in the family than for it to go out and go and happen somewhere. Because if he's able to do this in the house, then that means eventually the family is going to hear something that has happened outside. So nip it in the bud. Find a way of telling your mom, if you can go directly, because if it doesn't come directly from you, then who is it going to come from? That will show how serious the matter is. You should tell her, but get the evidence. If right now you know the timetable, you know it is every other night or every other whatever. So maybe you can plant a camera or something so that you take a video, or maybe sleep strategically and take a picture or something. Maybe that'll be too much work. But if you can plant the camera in such a way that it will take some footage, however short, however, at least you get some evidence in there, then you present it either to your mom or to some, because I have a feeling that if your stepfather is very, very influential, your mom might bury it, depending on the influence he has. Okay, because there are some women who see these things. There are mothers that look on for fathers to abuse their daughters, and they keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are not too sure about the influence that your stepfather has over your mom, and you think that she might bury it for fear of disgracing, maybe they'll say that, oh, maybe you are disgracing him or something of the sort. You can tell a trusted family member, somebody who is unbiased, someone who would try as much as possible to nip this in the bud, because your sister is too young. You need to protect her. It's your responsibility to protect her. Because already, you should have been spilling it by now, because right now, Charlie, it's serious. Because since the time that you saw the thing 2 weeks ago, and it has been happening, okay, and then we are now getting this memo. So please, plant a camera, get evidence, and if you know the timetable so well, maybe you can tell your mom to come in at the time that is going to happen or is happening. So that's why I'm emphasizing on the fact that if you think your mom is firm enough, okay, to confront this issue as you would want it to be confronted, then tell her directly. But if not, tell a trusted family member if you don't want to tell her directly, because right now that's your problem. You are finding out ways of telling her without it coming from you directly. No problem. Just find somebody, present the evidence, then they deal with this matter. Because
Gil.
Desperate time calls for desperate measures. So I won't even sugarcoat anything, and I'm not going to gingerly deal with the whole situation. First of all, I don't know how the one who brought the story, her relationship is with her mom, because when you have that easiness with your mom, you can talk to her about anything, so she wouldn't doubt you. You don't have to now go for evidence and all those things. If you're able to tell your mom everything, you should be able to just let her know. This is what I found, because you said you saw messages from January. So it's been going on for months, and then they are talking about it like somebody in a relationship. So obviously your sister 16 is not matured mentally to even know what's going on. She must have been coerced into it, but then she might be enjoying it, not knowing what she's doing, because 16. I mean, now today's 16, they are still babies in my eyes. Today, this day and age, the kids who are 16 don't know anything, but how you're going to bring your mom in is what's everything stands on your mom, because your mom is responsible for two of you. Forget about the man, but the kids, she's responsible for them and has placed them in this situation where she's unaware of. She doesn't even know what's going on, and that says a lot. Because I don't know if you even talk to your kids. I know I said maybe I don't know what the kind of relationship they had this before, but then it also another way lets me know that maybe you guys don't have
that's bond.
Yes, where even you can even tell if there's something wrong with your daughter. You see body language.
Yes.
You live in the same house. You definitely you can't hide that. How should the man relate to the girl? You can tell. you know, so you yourself you also have to be discerning enough. So it's like, what's going on in that house?
Probably she's like a busy mom or
Yeah,
something.
you're not seeing anything, you know. But let me not bash her too much. But now you found out the information, and you just have to let her know about it. And like I agree with what you said, that if you can bring the mom in, like when you see that the man comes into the room and you think he's about to do whatever, maybe you can plan with your mom. Tell your mom that this is, so your mom has to listen to you as well, not be like, okay, you said this, so you're a bad kid, shut up, and this is my husband. Don't do that. If they tell you this was going, okay, fine, let's, you know, trap him or something. So when he comes into the room, just find maybe your phone or something. There should be a way, you know, just let me know.
And the parents are in the same room.
And then you also said
when he gets up.
And you also said when the guy came into the room the other time, you could have caught him, but you just turned and then you were there and the guy hid and left. You could have screamed or something. Everybody's in the house. Hey, the mother will come and find out, what are you doing in the room then? Then you say, let them check the phone. It has to be desperate. There's nothing like, oh, tell him, is the girl an investigator or something to go and get a camera and, you know, like check all these things. You know, scream. So you do that. Your mom is in the other room. She will hear it.
Right.
She's definitely going to come and see for herself. That's what I think. I don't think there's any way around it.
In fact, coming from your mouth, from where I sit, adds more authenticity to the story.
Gravity, exactly.
You're in the room with your sister. You understand? So, I'm sorry. I
even have goosebumps.
Yes,
it's just,
I think
the story is
you
just
should report your
stepdad
to your mom. We'll bring in some comments. Fafa says, hey, some of these sons of Adam. Kojo says, you should have caught them red-handed when he first came into your room. You're an accomplice until you let the cat out of the bag. Dennis says, 16 years? He has to be arrested. What kind of behavior is that? Sleeping with mother and daughter? P says, talk to your sister first and get to know why she's doing that. Let your stepdad know that you know what he's doing. Take a screenshot of their conversation on your sister's WhatsApp as evidence before you take any action. Dorf says, sorry, it has to come from you, dear. Tell your mom. But I think you should talk to your sister too and know how the abomination started. Hertie says, take a video of them in the act, clearly showing them. Then broach the subject with your mom, in which you make insinuations that you think your stepdad is cheating on her, and get her reaction. Then after a few days, send her the video anonymously. Everything will unfold from that point. Your sister may be too far gone to listen to you, and you could be hurt by the man, so involve your mother first. I'm not sure about sending a video anonymously, though. I mean, there's only 2 of you in the room. Who else would have taken it? I'm just saying. Aseye says, this is very disturbing and disgusting. How could they? Both your sister and stepdad should bow their heads in shame. Ben says, study their usual time and prompt your mother to come and see something in your room at the same time, especially when she notices her husband's absence from her bed.
Yep.
Bam.
It's Sister on City TV. Do we have much time, or should I go for a break? Let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
And you're welcome back, Sister on City TV and City FM. Our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996. Let's hear your thoughts on some of the stories here today. One says, hi Jess, I've lost interest in my boyfriend of 2 years. Trust me, he's a great guy, but I don't feel that spark towards him anymore. I don't know what's causing this, but I start to feel uncomfortable when he touches me intimately or tries to kiss me. I told my elder sister about it, and she says it may be a phase, so I shouldn't rush into any decision yet. But I also feel I'm leading him on, knowing I don't feel the same way he feels about me. What should I do? Sassy. Why are you giving me that look? What do you think, Charlie? You don't feel the spark?
Hi.
Or how's the plan?
How did the spark just
What is
disappear?
that?
like
Yeah,
that?
Was it even there in the first place?
I know.
Knocked out.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Wow, this is dicey because it's like her sister said what is a face. What kind of face is that? Me, I don't know about it too. Then this face is a very long one, and they've been together for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have a talk with them. I have a feeling something must have triggered that. I don't know what happened, but maybe it's a discussion you should have. It's all about communication. We can't overemphasize that. I don't know, but I think that's probably something happened along the line that made her lose that interest, or maybe it wasn't there in the first place.
Yeah.
Or probably she was with him for some temporal reason, and right now that it's gone, the spark has gone away with it. So I'll just keep it simple. Just have a conversation with him and say that, Charlie, it's like the spark is not there. Maybe if you can give it, I don't know how long it's been, so maybe give it some time, and if you think that this thing might not come back, then you leave him alone. Because if you are there and you are leading him on and he thinks that something is happening, and you two in your mind is like you have checked out. So maybe it might, depending on how he feels about you, maybe he'll be shaken a bit about the fact that you don't feel that spark. Is it that you are falling out of love with him, Anna? Like, I don't really get it. Is the love still there, but the
She's
whole
lost interest.
cry?
Yeah, just go, Charlie.
Charlie,
Just disappear.
leave the guy alone.
Gil.
A great guy never sustained a relationship. She said he's a great guy. So what? Like, we're all great in our way. So maybe she was just grateful to him in the beginning for something. Because yes, we all respond to nice things. I can know somebody who I don't have like sparks for. I don't have any chemistry with, but just because of how maybe it's always, they always call you. I want to check up on you, like, well, you're a doctor or something. Every time I'm checking up on you, I'll like that, Oh, Charlie, Momo, you there, no Momo. Everybody likes that, nice thing. Hey, Charlie, let's go for lunch or something. And so then out of that, he says, oh, let's date him. You two say, okay, because he's a great guy.
And he gives you food.
And you continue.
And he gives you free
Yeah,
food.
it gives you food. Yes,
We like free food.
Yeah, so we all like that. So then you go along with the whole thing. Because like, oh, okay, he's a great guy. Yeah, there. Now I realize actually, no, I can't take it anymore. That's what just happened. There was nothing. I don't think there was anything there. Because I don't see anything. She didn't say anything about compatibility. We enjoy doing stuff together or anything. She just said, Charlie, let's say no date.
That's why I said sorry from the beginning.
Are you by that insinuating
Yeah.
that it's impossible for someone to generally be in love with another person and then lose interest? Because that's how you're making it sound like there was never something to start with. They could have been genuinely in love.
I don't think she's saying, you see, that's why I'm saying that when it comes to the love thing, it's mostly an illusion sometimes. It's what you do. You have to show it. And those things are deliberate. When you want to show someone how you feel. Because if I'm sitting there and I say, I love wache or something, and you don't see me eating wache all the time, you'll be like, you say I love wache, I never see you eating. You have to, you have to show it. So it's not about the butterflies, those things that are just there. I can be with somebody for years, I may not feel those butterflies, but there could be compatibility, there could be something. Maybe the standards I'm looking for, the person may have them, but may not have all those, all those, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I can still, this one, like nothing. If you listen to the story, there's nothing there. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But I'm not saying that you cannot also not be with somebody, you can also, like you can't be with somebody and lose interest. But if you like somebody for something,
And that thing goes.
it goes away.
Yeah.
Then whatever you had, because somebody you are standing on just that thing to be with a person. But if you like somebody for who they are, you know, how they connect with you, you know, you enjoy that. So you can't just get up and say, oh, I mean, I lost
It's
interest.
gone. It's gone.
When it comes to the love thing, it's very difficult to just make a blanket statement and be like, you know, I love you. You hear people say that. I love you, I love you, I love you. When you go into details, you go into details and there's really nothing there. It takes there are structures.
There's levels. There's levels to this love.
You understand what I'm saying?
There's levels.
So from what I'm
Gail
hearing,
knows about it.
I know, I do. So
There
looking
are
at
levels
things,
to the
you know,
love.
from what the story is there, there's really nothing. That's what I think.
That's indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing there. So let the guy go. Let
Claudia.
the guy go.
Talk to me.
I agree with Gail, but I also feel love is a social construct. And so I always find it funny when people say unconditional love. In my opinion, love is conditional. Even if it's chemistry, there's something that triggers the chemistry.
That's a condition.
Love is always premised on something. Whether it begins as friendship, even if it begins as friendship, it was because there was something mutual, something connecting the two of you. So the moment that condition leaves, and within yourself, you can't seem to dig deep to find a reason to stay, either than that condition or to look for new conditions around this person to still stay, then you have to go. Because in her case, she says, I don't know what happened, unless I got that bit wrong.
Yeah, I think she said something.
She has to know what happened to solve the problem. And she's the only person who can solve this puzzle. We can proffer solutions, theories. She's the only person, because you see, the chemistry and the transaction was between her and this person. And she's the only one who knows what triggered that chemistry, be it money. Like Gail said, the mumu, it comes and then it changes your life. Like you see it and hey, everything is okay, you know.
Job set.
Or you are checking this guy and then he takes you to this posh restaurant and you go like,
Chai.
this is the life I want to live. I like this guy. So there's something always magnetic drawing us to other people. That's why there'll be 5 guys asking you out. But of the 5, you're able to rank each one of them where they all stand. And it's because there's something peculiar about them that matches with your criteria. So we all have standards. So for me, it's up to her to decide. That thing that she's telling us that she doesn't know, she has to know it. If it means seeking counseling, if it means taking time off, because sometimes you need a break to realize what you are missing to get back to the game.
Yeah.
So if it means taking time off to do a self-reflection, to look into herself, but this is the case where if she wants to stay. So for her to come back to what she thinks is gone, is it that there's an unresolved resentment? Because sometimes someone upsets you, you don't talk about it, it builds up, and then you start hating everything around that person. Or is it that he undermined you, or something that you used to do together, he doesn't have time to do it, or did he just grow fat? Because some people, when your body changes, their feelings change. So there are different things that keep people interested in a relationship. So this is the puzzle she alone can solve, but with the help of experts. So now there are relationship experts, there are therapists who are good at it, who have seen so many cases, and therefore can help you think through. If she's not being successful by herself, she needs to see an expert who would sort of like go through the steps with her. But this is on condition that she wants to stay. If she thinks she's seen someone who is taking all the boxes, sister, move on. Don't waste your time and waste his time and waste everybody's time. Just do what you think is right. But first find out what drew you to him. See if it's worth working on. See if it can ever come back. If it can't, I'm sorry, move on. You can't hold this guy hostage. He needs to be with someone who loves him.
Right. I completely agree. I mean, piggybacking on everything that Claudia said and the sisters, I think if you've lost interest, move on.
Lost interest.
Just move on. And thank God you're not married, because that would have been even more complicated. You guys have just been dating. Break his heart. He'll thank you for it later. Okay, we'll move on to the next message.
Jessica.
Yeah. Trust me, sometimes when we go through really rough relationships, at the time we're going through pain, we feel like, oh, my world is
I'm gonna
over. I
die.
can't live without this guy.
I want to keep myself.
Then 10 years, 15
Charlie, you
years,
meet somebody like
5 years down the line, you meet this guy,
then
you're
your
asking
breakup will
yourself,
make sense to you. Like,
what was I thinking,
yes.
right? Yeah, so you don't worry. Right now, he'll hate you, but he'll thank you
But he'll
later
love you later.
when he finds a woman who loves him for him. Okay? All right. We'll move on to our next message. It says, hi, sisters. I just found out that my 18-year-old brother is in a relationship with a 45-year-old married woman. When I confronted him, he said he had never been attracted to younger women. Apart from him breaking someone's home, I feel this woman is too old for him and maybe taking advantage of him. I don't want to bring this to our parents yet because they are very staunch Christians and are also very strict. I fear what they may do to him when they find out. How do you guys think I should handle this? Claudia?
I was hoping I'll be the last.
Yeah, sorry.
Claudia has all the
Well, this
hypotheses.
is quite complicated. So he's 18, an adult,
Yeah,
but then dating a married woman.
45.
That is wrong. I mean, if you feel like dating old women, go for a single woman. It's because unless you're saying you are attracted to older married women, and then you need counseling. I mean, you have a problem. We need to deal with you because your case is
Unique.
So you are dysfunctional in a sense because per the hegemonic societal rules, unless they open their marriage up, and then you become the third wheel or polyamorous, or unless the lady is being with you in agreement with her husband. So it's not a case of you liking older married women. It's a case of you liking older women. Fine, do you? That's your choice. But you shouldn't be married. Find someone who is single. And then again, when it comes to age, generally, when the age gap is too much, we tend to assume that the power dynamic is a bit tilted in favor of the old person because she has the money, she has the experience, and then she tends to have a say in the relationship. There's that. And there's also two people meeting, falling in love, and age not being an issue. There's Macron and his wife, which people always make fun of. That's a case for a different day. So I'm not going to dwell too much on the age because I don't know the power dynamics. And he didn't make it about money. I'm going to dwell with the text based on what is submitted.
Right.
He didn't say, I like this woman because she gives me money. He says he likes older women. And I'm happy he didn't say older married women.
Yeah.
So he has to correct that bit. He needs to shift his attention from the married to the older women because they are free to love. So far as there's equality, you are partners, no one is taking undue advantage of the other. I mean, women marry older people all the time. Growing up, it was like people actually like to date older people. They don't want to date their age mates. There are all sorts of reasons for the selection of a life partner. But being with a married woman, that sort of dissolves the whole text for me. So if it's older woman he wants to be with, he should do him. But then find someone who is not married, someone who is single. That is normal and acceptable in our society. And then do the right thing.
Gil?
1845.
That's over 20 years, right?
You are dating your son.
Your son.
Yeah.
Auntie, I say,
Auntie.
Sunday I would say, Auntie, you are dating your son. I mean, like, I never have an issue with, if you know, with the age thing. Usually I always be like, Charlie, age is nothing but a number, right? That's what they say. But 1845, that's your son. I don't see what the two of you are doing together. And the person who sent the story said, you apart from him breaking someone else's home, the woman is breaking her own home, whether it's not already broken because she's an adult here, or she's older and she's she should be more responsible to her husband. She pledged whatever to, I don't know what vow she made, but I'm just guessing that, you know, when you get married to somebody, you promise fidelity, to be faithful, to be you promise all those things. So if you're the one who is should I say creeping? There's this term. If you are the one who's straying, you don't put the blame on somebody else. It's her choice she made as well to you know, stray from her marriage. And I don't know why she's doing that. But it's not even important here why she's doing that. But this boy could be taking advantage of him. Because yes, 18 is an adult, but 18 and 45 is like your son. I'm sure you have kids who are older than this person. So you could be taking advantage of him or using him for just something little that must be missing from your marriage. I don't think it's fair. And but the guy as well, I don't know what he also wants. We don't know all the details. For all you know, he also wants something from her. I mean, I'm tempted to think that it's money. Because I don't know what else you'd be doing dating your mother.
You never know.
I don't know. So I mean, it's just so wrong in all angles. It's so wrong. I don't know what to tell. I don't know. I'm lost, but it's just wrong. I mean, I don't know how you're going to get your brother out of this. I think he has to do it on his own. If he said something about the parents bringing them in, Charlie, if the parents say, okay, we'll do this, we'll disown you, we'll do this, whatever, what can stop him? What do you think?
Okay, so
Yeah.
so I think that it's fine if he wants older women, but the fact that he's doing it with someone else's wife not only puts him in the wrong, but it also puts him in danger. If the woman has a husband that has the tendency to be violent, okay, he might actually look for you and hurt you if he finds out something. You are putting yourself in danger because first of all, you are treading on grounds that are not yours. If you like older women, then go for the single ones. And I agree with Claudia on that. Everybody has their preference. Okay, I'm sure that we won't be looking at it the same way if maybe it was an older man and a younger girl,
lady.
because we have girls that are being given out to marriage to men that are as old as their grandfathers. I'm not saying that is the right thing, but we don't view the opposite way the same way. We see it as like, hey, what's up?
It's normal.
Yes, and you see, if the woman just wants him, like this young guy, just to compensate for something that she is missing in her marriage, but this guy will take it World Cup. That is also the scenario. Sometimes, Charlie, they like you so much, but then you just want them to complement something small that you are missing in your marriage. But the guy will take it like, Charlie, you are my everything, and he's really, really young. Okay, he's really young. I don't think at his age, and the woman is old enough to be your mom. Okay, so I feel it's wrong. It's wrong, especially, I mean, it's even wrong because it's so wrong because you are doing it with someone's wife. Okay, first of all, there's a problem with the age gap, even if this woman was not married, let alone she being married. Okay, and I'm sure she has kids that will be of the same age as you.
The age gap is older than him.
It's huge.
Yes.
The age gap
It's
is
even older
Older than him.
Yes.
It's crazy.
So for this one, maybe you might have to snitch on him.
I agree. I completely agree. I mean, let's consider all these things. Maybe, daddy will be so mad he'll disown him. I don't think it'll get to that point.
But will he stop?
That's exactly what I said. They'll do what I will stop.
No, I mean, we'll never know that for
Yes,
sure.
we'll never know.
But I think that we should give the parents the benefit of the doubt to handle this. Also, dear boy, you like older women. 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, they're all older than you. Like, why 45?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Can't think far.
Why 45? Like, 19
That's
is
too
older,
much.
right? You like older women, they're still 19 around your age, you know?
That's
So
25.
what's going on here?
Maybe
you
what's
know?
an old person? Maybe that's why
maybe
he
he
is.
has
Nah, man. I mean, money issues, there are some...
Mommy issues.
Oh, mummy. Yeah, I mean, maybe some
Means therapy,
Oedipus
yeah.
complex something, you know, is showing its
Maybe
face
he wants
here
a
on
mother.
some level,
Maybe
you
he
know.
wants a mother
He has
figure
that
as well.
mother, attraction to
But you don't need
motherly
to have
figures.
sex with
but
that person, do you?
No, you don't.
I'm more worried about this woman who's dating an 18-year-old. I
That's
mean,
what
it's
I
different
said.
if you really like this child because maybe he's, and I call him a child in this
Yeah,
instance
you wanna
because
help
that's
him
how I
or
see it,
something.
right? He's a smart boy. You want to
Yes,
help.
you wanna
What are
help
you
him.
doing in a relationship
Exactly.
with him?
With him.
You could still have that good relationship without it being sexual.
Yeah.
You get it. Anyway, I think I'll end it here. Thanks, ladies, for your time. And of course,
Thank you
to
too.
our sponsors, without which we would not have this episode. Talia Rice, always coming home to love. Vodafone, Together We Can. Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. Do the sound. Lux for soft, fragrant skin. And Kel Kids Toothpaste. I mean, we're too old for this, but Talia, I'm seeing strawberry flavor and things like, why do they make kids' toothpaste so tasty?
know.
It's not fair.
Not fair.
Anyway, thank you very much, sponsors. My name is Jessica, and for watching, bye-bye.
Bye.